Hello there, and we are live. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome to another episode of People. It is clean, clear, real talk with Tony Cloud Gunner TV. People, yeah. Arsenal, as you can see on the title, Arsenal have just qualified for the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup, the EFL Cup, people and people. Um, First of all, what I should try to do here is to first say congratulations to Arsenal fans in terms of getting to the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup. When you check, several years on the trot where Arsenal have been in this competition, we just go out and quarterfinals, third round. For this past years, yeah, we literally have been going out quite early, in this competition, and that's because the manager really per se doesn't take this competition quite seriously. But just like we said at the start of the season, yeah, when Josh Kronk came out and said Arteta has to, he has to win. Man has to win the title. He has to win some titles. We're going for some titles. That was what Kronk said. Because in that yesterday's match, yeah, Arsenal rang in the changes in that matchup. We switched up almost everything, totally everything. A totally different midfield, a totally different attack. Everything was different, on the day, and rightfully so. But I did not expect the changes to be to be that sweeping. Anyway, yesterday, this was a totally different midfield. I was wondering how Arsenal would be able to adapt to using a totally different midfield in that matchup. But again, when you check the facts to the matter, our normal midfield have been run ragged already. Zubimendi seems to be dropping in terms of his intensity, in terms of his style of play. It seems to be making lots of mistakes. It seems to be giving up the ball in the middle of the park. But, I don't know if that's because of fatigue. I don't know if that is because maybe they've just found him out. You know, we don't really know. But again, when these players are running on fumes, yeah, are running on the last dregs of of power and physicality in their games, yeah, when they're running through, when they're burning it week in, week out, without much positive rotational policy in this team per se, you just have to, you just have to accept it. When mostly when we do think uh, that we can be able to tap into our squad depth, because people like saying Arsenal is with a huge squad depth. Please, 7 people watching, please smash the like. Ross the boss. Ross the boss. Ross, I didn't see you yesterday, man. I mean, totally nerve-wracking day for me yesterday. I had to hold my heart close to my chest. It was so hard and difficult to breathe yesterday, my people. But again, it is what it is. But we'll delve into it. We'll delve into it. And of course, I released the question down here, people. Yeah, and I said something. I said, my people, Arsenal fans, we scraped through the quarterfinals yesterday. But is this scenario sustainable? Let's talk on the show. So, people, Let's make this interactive. Let's talk on what really happened yesterday. Big up to Josh. Big up to E. Ross, the Bout. People, I gave him that name before he changed his name to. See, people, I've been calling E. Ross the boats. I have been calling them the boats. So I mean, it is what it is. It's not seeing your name change, my brother. It says Eros the boats says here, hit the likes. And Eros the boats is also part of my leadership crew in the moderator section. So big ups here. Eros has been one of those guys that has supported me, even if I've not been going his route and in terms of how we do think about Arsenal. But we're coming together on that. We're coming together on that. He's been one of my biggest people who's around here. Yeah. So big up to Eros. It says hit the likes and subscribe, people. That's what you're meant to do. Subscribe, hit the likes. And my big friend Josh True Gurner, big up to him, my brother, my friend. And he says Merry Christmas to the main guy, Tony Cloud. Big up to you. Merry Christmas to my big friend Josh Truduna and big collaborator people. I collaborate, see people, yeah, a chunk of my shows that I really do hold there on this channel is being run by me and this guy. I run a show with him on my channel and on his channel, a separate show, Arsenal Uncensored, big shows. I mean, last week we did a very good show together. The other upper week we did a very great show together, Just True Good. And of course, I work with him exclusively on Champions League games. I have big channels that have dialed me up and said, you know what, yeah, Tony, we like what you're doing on Josh's channel with the Champions League stuff. Why don't you come to our channel and keep the life out there? And I said, hey guys, no, I'm already contracted to Josh True Good for the Champions League, and there's nothing anyone can do about that. So I mean, so I work with him on his channel on the Champions League night. We'll be back with that Inter Milan game early January. I mean, I want to really, really test Arsenal against Inter Milan. But people, yeah, even if I just said that, are we really ready to test ourselves among the big names right now? I mean, in Europe, yeah, a different style. They play a different style. None of them, not many European teams actually just sit back and wait to soak up all that pressure. So what we would definitely get in Europe is definitely different from what we would get in with teams in the Premiership. Teams in the Premiership don't necessarily, want to play football with us. They just know of a one-way traffic on how to play against us. They have a textbook rhythm and vibe on how to play against us. It's simple. Just park the bus and clinch on to one or two chances that you can get in counter attacks or in transitions. That's what they rely on. But again, people, when we're looking at this particular game, Arsenal versus Crystal Palace in the EFL quarterfinals, Crystal Palace came out to play. And this criticism here has always been the one that many Arsenal fans always say, this teams always just choose to just sit back, they choose to just sit back and they don't want to come out. Crystal Palace came out yesterday. They came out yesterday. They came out to play. So why weren't we exploiting those spaces? Why weren't we actually scoring those goals? Because when you exploit the spaces, you have to score those goals. And again, people, our first half in that game, I really liked the first half. It was liquid, it was fluid. We were moving the ball all around. We were probing into the final third of Crystal Palace's box in the first half. It was a textbook way of how to really, really, really put a team under pressure. Arsenal consistently. Big up to Trust Trugan. It says, Ebros, haha, big up. Let's get the system counts going again. Exactly. Eugene Ungosa, who is becoming one of my biggest fans, people. Ungosa. I like Ungosa, people. Eugene, I like the guy, people, yeah. And I'll soon make him a mod on my channel because of He's always here. He's always, whenever I need someone, he's always coming here. He's always contributing. Even if many people don't share his ideas, I share his idea and I see what he means. But big up to you, Eugene. I really do respect you that you come to my shows all the time, man. Big up to you. And it says, after watching yesterday's game, you will realize that there are different ways of winning the match. Sometimes teams miss a lot of chances, don't go on to win the match, but Arsenal did. I mean, people, this is a very, very big and beautiful point from our brother Ngosa, which is true, people. I've seen many teams, yeah, mostly in last season's Carabao Cup and the FA Cup, where different teams, apart from the top four, went on to win those competitions in terms of Crystal Palace winning the FA Cup, where Eze lifted the FA Cup with Crystal Palace, and where Newcastle actually won that Carabao Cup last season. This is the thing, yeah. I've seen so many teams that put so much effort in trying to win the game. They lose chances, quite often. They don't take their chances. They don't score goals. And, when they get to penalties, they lose people. I've seen lots of situations like that. So many situations like that where, I mean, you can sense it. You can smell it. Yeah. When it happens, you can literally see it. Yeah. They do all the whole shenanigans. Yeah. They get all the whole chances. They get, they hit the bar. I mean, they're always all around and circle all around, to win the game. But they don't win the game at the end of the day. And this is where it would be good for us to talk about the positives also. Big ups to uh, 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 Big up to Kai is here. He says, big up Tony. I did not know you were streaming. Big ups. Yeah, big ups to my guy Kai. I mean, new subscriber down here. And I mean I saw him on Red RD's channel the other day, having the time of his life. But again, see people, yeah, we are right now in the semifinals of the Carabao Cup, and that's a big one, people. That's a very, very big one. And then see, yeah, people, yeah. Having seen that comment from Ngosa, that's a very big comment, yeah. I've seen so many teams that have actually come this close to actually going into the next round. They cause lots of problems. They hit the bar, they hit the post. They don't get a goal in the second half. They prepare the opponents with shots, and at the end of the day, they play through penalties and they don't go through. But the general consensus after that kind of slug out will be they tried. We tried our best. Our players tried our best, but we didn't get through. The thing about this one against Crystal Palace is that Arsenal went through. That's the first thing we have to take out of this first. Arsenal went through, people. We are on to a semi-final. People, it is only if you qualify, yeah, for the next round of the competition. That's when you actually going to be there to actually be in the mix to actually win a trophy. And people, yeah, winning a trophy this season, for me, yeah, it's more than how we actually ended up playing in the final, how we actually ended up in the semifinals. I don't care how we get en route to this semifinals, to the final. I don't care how we play, yeah, provided we win the competition. The caveat there is we have to win the competition. That is it. We have to win it. Yeah, we have to win it. So this is the thing. We also have to go into the negative too. But big up to Josh Trugan. He says we'll be back with our show after Christmas and for the big inter UCL game exactly. And of course, My brother, Drew Gunners is also down here. Drew Gunners says, damn, it's scary scrolling through the short live feeds. Exactly. Yeah, that's why there's two live feeds, around here, though. So, it is what it is. But, I'll just try to keep it uniform around here. Eugene also says something. Yeah, he says the team is not giving up. They believe that they can still go on and win. This is therefore sustainable. We just need to score our chances. And again, talking about chances here yesterday, people, yeah. I mean, we're wasteful in front of goal. Madueke. I mean, I'm not gonna sit down here, yeah, and say I want to practically dish out, criticism to these players because in that first half, I thought we played a very, very fluid game. I thought we played very well. I thought we moved the ball a lot more quicker. Yeah, and again, when Arsenal move the ball more quicker, our passes are more quicker. Yeah, we tend to bamboozle the defense or the defensive mechanism of the teams we're playing against. Just move the ball quicker. They don't understand it, and that's the thing with Premiership teams. When you move the ball with lots of urgency and you move it quicker, you tag the players along and you keep it moving. They don't understand it because it's quick. It's lightning quick. They don't understand it. But when you get into the action with players that slow the game down, like Martin Odegaard has been slowing the game down for quite some time, yeah, people. And when he came on in place of Eze, he slowed the game down. People, in the first half, I saw Eze, you know, take on, players, Crystal Palace players, drawing them out. And when they're being drawn out, Martinelli was out there sending crosses into the box. But people, this is my big question to you. Yeah? And big up to Ngosa. I heard what he said. Big up to Drew Gunners. People, Drew Gunners. Drew Gunners actually um, Drew Gunners actually prepared the graphics for the channel's new logo, people. So, I mean, people, there's a big community, and Drew Gunners is a very, very big part of this community, the graphic guy for this community, until we start making money and then we'll start paying him. And he, and he says, big up all, how are you? How are you live in two places? Yes, that's a new system from StreamYard. You can be able to stream in one place, but it also gives you streams that can fit into shots live feeds also. So it does it in two places: one for the big YouTube screen, and one for the shots area. So people who are actually scrolling through their phones, people, yeah, they like scrolling through their phones most of the time in shots avenue. So they can be able to scroll through it in the shots area, and they can be able to find you down there. And people who just like to watch it traditionally on the big screen could actually watch it on the big screen. So it goes on simultaneously, people. So that's it. Big up to Kai. Kai is here. People, Kai Havertz is back in training, people. Kai Havertz is back in training. People, we'll be talking all about that one because yesterday we needed someone who was just going to head the ball into the net, innit? We needed someone who was just going to take the chance and head the ball into the net, innit? So it's good that these players are coming back. We need all of them. All hands must be on deck. But again, people, one question I would like to ask you guys here. Since Arsenal is struggling right now in terms of scoring goals, people, we've been bailed by two own goals against Wolves. We've been bailed also by a penalty against Everton. And again, yesterday, we were bailed by a Lacroix own goal yesterday. Arsenal is not scoring goals. We are not scoring goals. However, we're winning the games, which is good because you have to win the game to be in the next phase of the competition. I completely get you. You need to get the goals to actually, put points, on the board. I completely hear that. We do that job. That's good. But again, yeah, playing like this, is it really, really? I mean, is it really sustainable, people? Wouldn't there be a time where we're gonna run out of luck, people? Also, Kai says here, he says, also look, Tony, in the Champions League, I didn't care how we win, but we must win. I don't care if all the matches, if we win, but the other team wins by all own goals. I don't care. We just need to win. But again, people, this is a big point from Kai. I mean, you need to take it. Yeah, you need to take it. And again, people, I take all wins. I think all wins is a win. Provided you put in 3 points on that table, provided you're going into the next phase of the competition, it's a win. But however, when the problem comes in, Kai, listen, yeah, the problem comes in, yeah, when you play against those teams that are going to be stuck up with you, uh, that are fellow winners with you. They could either win by luck or they could either win by hard work, anyone, any which way. Yeah. And then your skill and your consistency would be the thing you would have to rely on to actually win you those games. So you could actually say, you know what, yeah, F it. I'm going to win these games through own goals. I'm going to win these games through scrappy moments. I'm going to concede goals. People, Arsenal have conceded. And again, it's very, very worrying that we're also conceding in the last minutes of games these days. But we'll talk about that later on. And that's due to our defense, in it. But we'll talk about that later on. Let's just address what Kai have said here. Yeah. I mean, see, people, when you don't have consistency on how you play, on how you score goals, on how you control the midfield, on how you control your defense after scoring a goal, on how the rotational policy we have to go on mostly when you score goals. It big up to J Boy says, I don't think Arsenal will win anything. I mean, J Boy, I hear you, I hear you, I hear you, I hear you. And again, Kai, this is why you see what J Boy. Let me post up J Boy's comments. I will be coming to Drew's comments very soon because Drew has a comment down there. Big up to J Boy. Please welcome J Boy to the community. It's an Arsenal fan channel. Big up to J Boy. We respect all our fans here and respect everyone that come out here to actually type in something good out here. Big up to you. And he says, I don't think Arsenal will win anything. But let's go back to that Kai comment there, yeah. And then see, Kai, the reason why someone like Jay would type something like that is because probably he hasn't seen enough consistency with how Arsenal plays to be able to say, maybe they could win the big one. And that's a bigger problem. So it's not the issue, it's not in the problems that we're winning these games and getting into the next phases, or we're winning these games by these own goals and getting the 3 points. It is itself in the way we play, how we are getting to the next line, how we get into the next phase. It doesn't matter also. I mean, to some extent, you could say it doesn't matter. A win is a win. Yes, a win is a win. But later on, when you are getting to the top sides, to the bigger sides, in which the semi-finals is getting to mingle with the big boys in the competition. Now, that's where your consistency would have to be completely switched on. That's when you can't afford. That's when you can't afford to actually. That's when you can't afford to actually miss those kind of chances that you're actually missing, people. That's a big thing. That's a big issue, people. So yes, I do agree on one hand that I like the way, we've gotten to the next phase of the competition. I like how we've gotten points on the board. But yes, we need to also actually think about the consistency and the sustainability of how we get in these goals and the way we're playing. Because it's worrying that we invested in a player called Gyökeres and we're still having issues with goals. It's problematic that Jesus has come on. He played nearly 90 minutes, people, and it played until the 70 something minute. No goals from him. It is worrying in itself, people. It is worrying that we're not getting those goals. Most of the chances that was clear cut chances yesterday. What it went to Madueke. Madueke is finding space. It's finding all these chances. But Madueke has never been the kind of guy you would say has actually had a very superior final end product. His end product has always been trash anyway. So that's the bigger problem that we have in this team. It's goals. Our goal scoring argument is not working and it's problematic. Something needs to change with how we play, how we sense the urgency to score goals, and when we do choose on how to get those goals or not. And this is what I'm saying on the urgency on how to get the goals or not. Yesterday, I saw lots of crosses. I'm just saying, people. I'm just saying, people. I am just saying. I saw lots of crosses, people, from Martinelli yesterday into the final third, into the box of Crystal Palace. But why is it that when Gilkeres shows up to the plate, those crosses are non-existent? I mean, people, I'm not trying to stir a problem. I'm not trying to bring an issue into how we think, about our squad or whatever. But I'm just trying to ask pertinent questions on how we perceive some things at times. I've seen Gyökeres struggle out of um, most of his teammates not sending those passes across to him where he is there or where he's situated at. I do agree he needs to make those runs. People don't misconstrue that. Gyökeres still has to do more. He has to make those runs. He has to make himself available. He has to put himself in that conversation. I do get that. But by the way, yesterday, crosses upon crosses upon crosses, begging into that box. How come? How come, people? Yeah, is when Jesus is playing, when Madueke is playing, somehow those crosses come into the box in a flurry, people. I was seeing lots and lots of crosses coming in, people. There is no denial in this. Lots and lots of crosses. So it happens now that when Gyökeres, who came down here to score lots of goals, Merry Christmas to all the man. People, Merry Christmas to you, people. Merry Christmas, all the man. Big ups. Yeah. And people, why is it that when Gyökeres is here, and then no one is scoring, people? He's no crosses at all. It- I mean, the box is entirely staffed of crosses. It's starved of crosses. I mean, people, I've literally seen Gyökeres starved of crosses, people. This is the truth. I've not seen lots of activity, lots of energy geared towards when he's there. But yesterday, I've seen Arsenal putting crosses, dangerous crosses, in numbers that trumps the kind of dangerous crosses we had against Wolves, we had against Everton, or we had against Fulham. Let's say all dangerous crosses. We didn't even get onto those dangerous crosses with Chelsea, people, in order to find Gyökeres. But why is it that and people, do not throw away the fact that Crystal Palace is also a very tough team. These are not scrubs. They're also a very tough team. So if we are finding a way to get those crosses with a very tough team, like Crystal Palace, if maybe we were playing against Wolves, it's something different. Okay, You can be able to latch onto those crosses and send those crosses in. It's a poor team. But this, in any way, Crystal Palace is not a poor team. This is a credible side. So if we are getting those crosses against a credible side like Crystal Palace, why aren't we getting those crosses against credible sides that we drew points in, like teams like Chelsea? Where were those crosses, people? Why did we get those crosses on with teams like Sunderland, people? Because if we're now equating Crystal Palace, that is a very decent side, and we're getting the kind of numbers in terms of dangerous crosses, in terms of dangerous chances, in terms of clear-cut chances, in terms of distribution of the ball, fluidity of the ball, and everything. People, why aren't those chances coming, or why didn't those chances come against Chelsea, against Sunderland? Why didn't they come in against Everton, people? And that's the bigger problem. And in those matches, Arsenal controlled the possession again. So we were with the ball. So it's not a question of Everton was with the ball, of Sunderland were totally with the ball, or Chelsea were totally with the ball. No, we had the superior share of the ball possession. So why is it that those kind of crosses, dangerous crosses, never came on for Gyökeres? So, I mean, this thing has more questions in them than answers. Let's go into what Ngozi says. It says the team is not giving up. I've read that comment. I've read that comment. But let's go to what our brother here says here, Kai. He says, yeah, but if we win, I'll be a little bit happy, but I'm hoping for a Prem or Champions League. That's the thing. I'm hoping for a Prem or Champions League, but I want all trophies. People, I've said that personally this season. I said that Arsenal might go and win a treble, people, because of the squad depth we've acquired, and because at the time we were sitting top of the Premier League with about 8 points, top 7 points top. So I thought that all these other teams were just a slip while we roll through, but that's not the situation, and I'm okay with a double this season, people. Arsenal must win trophies this season. That's a fact. We have to win them. Premiership should be at the top of our priority. But again, it is what it is. These European teams are really playing in a way that suits Arsenal. That's why we're getting these wins in Europe. But these Premiership teams keep scaring me. And City, whenever they are on that chase, people, that's a big thing. That's a very big thing. Yeah. Of course, Kai says, yeah, I think Semenyo is going to City or Man U, but Semenyo said he wants Man City. People, Manchester City is in high-profile talks with Bournemouth regarding the transfer of no other person than Semenyo. I think Arsenal have blown that opportunity away, and of course, Kai says, yeah. Also, look, Tony, in the Champions League, I didn't care. Oh, I've read that comment anyway. So let's go to the next one. To the next one. The next one. Yeah, of course. My brother Drew Gunner says here, it says, big up all high. Okay, yeah, I've read that one. And of course, yes. I need to get the right one. Kai says here, it says, I don't care, we just need to win. I don't care. We only score in the 90 plus minutes. We just need to win. I mean, people, that's where the problem is, isn't it? That's where the problem is. Yeah. Right now, we're in that big question. We need to win, but we also need a style of play that's consistent with how we win. Because when you meet more consistent teams down the line, it's not just the very idea that you're getting through these lines and you're actually winning. You would have to actually put up the hard work. You would have to actually put up the consistency, the style of play. to actually get you over the line. So luck can be run out of, bro. This is what I'm saying. You could be lucky, 99% of the time. But what happens when when that 1% luck isn't with you? And Kai, that's what I'm saying. When that 1% luck runs out, you could win it 99% of the time. It's the same thing like gambling. When you gambling, you could always win, maybe 75% of the time. Maybe you're that good. Maybe you use AI, no problems. But you know what, yeah. It is the 25, it is the remaining 25% when you lose it. It hits you differently. It hits you differently, people. It hits you differently. And again, J Boy says something there. He says, um, how long do you think Ateta can keep this player happy and motivated without winning anything? Big up to you too. Yeah, yeah, J Boy, bro. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I still keep asking that question, bro, because Ateta, is this sustainable? Do you think this is sustainable? Because I don't. I don't think it's sustainable, people. I don't. I don't. I don't think it's sustainable because I feel we'll run out of luck if we keep playing like that. I mean, you have to have your goal scorers on deck. You have to have your goal scorers on deck. We have to have a consistent way we play. That's all I would say. I won't complain too much because we got into the next round of the competition, which is very, very good. Because people, yeah, if there's anything I've always advocated for, it's hey, do not lose, which falls into what Kai is saying. Do not lose. Get to win, which is the most important thing. Get to win. I don't care how we win. But again, Kai, I've not really cared how we win or how we've been winning throughout the season. We've been having very, very ugly wins almost throughout the season. We've had to grind harder than many more teams. And people, Arsenal grind more harder to win games than Manchester City. And this is the thing. City is having it more easier because when you have to grind through these wins and expect luck to back you up one way or the other, you know, then we get to games where you might meet a roadblock. And then City that has been winning the games actually more easier, don't even need any luck. They just have to just keep winning the games like they've been winning the game. And then Arsenal will now rely on luck, which could either be positive or negative, people. So that's why we have to have a style of play and a consistent rhythm through which we can win games. Yeah, it's good you're winning the games, but you need that rhythm. You need that style. You need that vibe. You need your strikers to be scoring goals. People, one more thing is giving me problems, and it is how we are conceding goals. People, mostly in in the dying minutes of the game. Where we have to exhibit lots of control and lots of caution. But it's not really happening, people. Is it? I mean, we could go through a whole host of reasons why this is not happening. I mean, we could go through lots of reasons why that's not happening. Yeah, but we could always say um, we could always say that Gabriel Magalhaes isn't really there, to help us out. Big ups to Ketan Shetty, big ups, Ketan, big ups, Plasma, big ups, Plasma, big member of our channel down here. So we're conceding goals, people. We're conceding goals, but I would just give that excuse here that this is this is why it's not happening. Yeah, this is why we're not having this clean sheet. Yeah, Gabriel Magalhaes. very big and focal point in our defense, people. And now people could see it. I mean, the question was in between Saliba and Gabriel Magalhaes, who's the one that keeps things sane around us? People would say, "Oh, Saliba on his day." Yes, Saliba did latch onto one or two, um, uh, you know, tackles yesterday. Mostly the one that denied Mateta a clear chance, a clear part on goal. Saliba helped us out, and of course, rightfully crowned the man of the match. Although I would have loved to give the man of the match to no other person than Benitez, the Crystal Palace goalkeeper. I thought he was immense yesterday. I thought he kept Arsenal from winning that game easily yesterday. 3 to 4 clear cut chances, man, just hopped onto those balls and kept them paused. And it is what it is. That's the state where we are, where you can't really pinpoint anybody and say, "Oh, this is the man of the match." But again, see, people, yeah, I love Nordgaard on the day, people. How about Nordgaard coming in for Zubimendi at times, people? I mean, people, I'm just saying, Nordgaard had a great game yesterday. But again, let's see the chart and see what you guys are churning out in the chart here. Kai, my brother, says here, says, guys, also, some people should watch Arsenal. And now they can judge. But if you don't watch Arsenal, how they play, because they need how to learn how we play, then they can judge, in my opinion. And I clearly hear you. I clearly hear you. I clearly hear you. That's a big fan. Otherman says Merry Christmas and Merry Christmas to everyone. Merry Christmas to Kai, Merry Christmas to Plasma, Merry Christmas to Drew Gunners, man G. Merry Christmas to Ketan Shetty. AFC always is in the charts, people. AFC always, big man himself, big man. And he says, Tony, big up, wishing you and your family a Merry Christmas. I wish you all a Merry Christmas, people. Mark MUFC, my guy, my brother says, more tears for Arsenal after big talk. I mean, bro, I'm in the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup in the first competition that will produce a trophy this season. And this Man United fan is causing problems for us. What is it, Mark? What is it? Big up to Mark, man. Go subscribe to his channel. Mark is real one, people. He's doing lots of great things on his channel, people. He says, for champions elect, there are so many excuses and cries for poor performance, poor decisions by the players. Leeds slapped Palace 3-0. And Kai, Plasma, this is what I'm talking about. Because this is what rivals are seeing. Rivals are seeing this. They're seeing that other teams are slapping up Crystal Palace. And people, Crystal Palace is coming from from back-to-back losses too. So you can't just throw that away from back-to-back losses, people. Back-to-back losses. You can't throw that all away. It's part of the grand thing that should help you understand where Crystal Palace as a team is at the time when you play them. Yeah. And Leeds slapped them up. They picked them up. Yeah. So anyway, but again, Arsenal could still go around and say, "Hey, you don't have to put much pressure into that, because Arsenal rotated our entire team." But again, that rotation was really needed at the time because I mean you could see Rice is knackered. He needs a rest of Mendy. He's losing his taste in terms of what he's doing in the middle of the park. He's losing the ball most of the time. Maybe he just needs that rest, and it came in handy in this competition. So I do expect our players to be in top physical form and top physical shape when they play against Brighton this weekend on Saturday, people. How about that? Mark, MUFC fan, says, yeah, my brother says, Arsenal fans, deepest squad in the league. I mean, it is what it is, but still, we still brought in squad depth on the day, and it still helped us in a way. So, how about that? Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, says Plasma. Merry Christmas, my bro. Hope you're doing good, Plasma. Change of subject. Merry Christmas, Tony. Merry Christmas to Kai, Merry Christmas to you, my bro. Merry Christmas. And Mark MEFC fan says, Arsenal fan said best defense in the league. I mean, come on, man. Gabriel Magalhaes is in there. Gabriel Magalhaes is in there, Mark. Why are you doing this? And then Mark also says Arsenal fans say they're winning a quad. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it is what. See, yeah. Can't fans just say this is what we think we could win? It's still a prediction at the end of the day. It doesn't make it a fact. So, I mean, if Arsenal fans say, "Hey, we are in three competitions, we're in four competitions that we think we can win," it's still not far away from the truth, though. We are in the EFL semi-final, and that's a competition. You could win that. You know, we are in the Champions League, top in the Champions League table, top in the Premier League as it stands right now, and we're sitting in the FA Cup. There's still a chance. And again, people, Arsenal haven't even started playing or hit first gear yet. What happens when we step it up a notch, people? Yeah, but we have to start from somewhere to step it up a notch, and that's what bothers me. We have to start. We have to step it up a notch from somewhere. Something has to kickstart that because throughout the season we've been, scrolling, scraping, and I just hope we'll kick it up again, people. That's it. Um, why all the tears and excuse? MUFC fan is trolling us anyway. He's a friend of the channel, trolling us. Just big up my brother. And of course, my guy, Kai says, yeah, we do have, we do have our best defense in the world, but our players are getting injured. So right now, guys, you can't judge us. Exactly. Now that's a big rebuttal to you, Mark MUFC. You just got a big rebuttal from Kai, our guy, Atla Shito. He says, yeah, we do have the best defense in the world, and I think so. I think personally, yeah, I think Gabriel Magalhaes and Saliba form that pair, you know, of the best central defense in the world. Our left back situation, maybe I'm not really that totally sold on Ricardo Calafiore this season, totally. Yes, he's been one of our most improved players, but he still needs to give me more throughout the whole season. Still needs to be physically okay, throughout the season. So still waiting on that. Still waiting on that, people. Still waiting on that. But it is what it is. I think we have the best defense in the world. But when our players are injured, you can't really, really, really get to judges based on that. Yeah, can't get to judges based on that. But again, it is what it is. We just need to rally the troops and make sure that this injury stop. That's the main thing. Um, the lack of goals. Now, people listen to Plasma. Yeah, a big fan of ours and a very big member of this community. And it says the lack of goals is concerning, but I would rather the problem be we can't finish chances compared to we aren't creating chances because the former is far easier to solve. People, what a statement, bro. What a statement from Plaster. What a statement. People, see, yeah, we created a lot of chances yesterday. I was shocked because in Premiership matches, yeah, people, we don't create as much as we created yesterday in that Carabao Cup. So I'm now wondering what was the dynamic? What was that little bit of extra something that we did that made sure we created yesterday? And when I looked at it and looked at how fluid we play, Martinelli was part of that. AJ in the middle was part of that too. AJ took on his mans. He took them on head to head, opened up spaces for Martinelli to get in and send those crosses in. Martinelli immense too yesterday. extremely immense yesterday. Madueke also, you know, got himself into very, very good positions yesterday. He made it liquid, and there was this fast-paced, you know, urgency to get the ball to the opposition box. So, I mean, it is what it is, isn't it? Um, Keaton Shetty says, if we win Carabao Cup, it will give massive boost to players to win the Premier League. And again, I agree with you, K10. You know, I agree with you. You know, the more we put in more pressure, the more we put in more, you know, uh, the more we put in more a more credible, uh, 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 consistent run in this Carabao Cup competition, people, we could be on the verge of something. It could spur the team on in winning bigger things. You know, so I'm not negotiating. I mean, I've heard people say Champions League, Prem, that's the main thing, that's the main thought. But again, people, all competitions are important. All competition are important. We need all competitions, people. We need it. So just imagine we win this Carabao Cup, people. One trophy in the bag. One trophy in the bag. However, we play Chelsea in the next one. That'll be our next topic. But let's go through this chart. And again, do you not feel that last night's performance and result is more on the players rather than Arteta? Second half was poor, but we should have been 3-0 up. But again, see, Blaster, it is what I've said. The players have to take responsibility for what they have done. And I do agree with you 100%. Yeah. The players need to take responsibility. At the end of the day, it's not Ateta that's going to put the balls into the net. It is the players, definitely. And if chances were created, if those dangerous crosses were being seen yesterday, I don't think it's on the manager. I think it's on the team because the team created. He set up the team, and the team set up to create lots of chances. But it was begging for someone to end it all. But again, this is where I blame the manager. Yeah, when you don't get those goals, yeah, and you saw a flurry of chances come in, why didn't you tweak something? Why didn't you say, "Hey, Marino, get into that number 9 slot and just run the channel just a little bit, or play as a false 9 just a little bit." And since those crosses were coming and they were very dangerous, and then we would have Marino maybe at the top, just having free headers. And you guys know if Marino takes 2 to 5 headers, he's definitely going to score one. Definitely going to score one. He's not going to lose the whole 5, people. So that game desperately called for um, Mikel Arteta to just tweak something just a bit. Yeah, sending a player like Merino in that number 9 slot to just be there to head the ball in, or bringing Gyökeres since there were lots of dangerous crosses coming in, and then maybe Gyökeres can would have bailed us out on the night. So it's a two-way thing, and it's a 50-50 scenario. The team has to take responsibility, and the manager has to take responsibility for not adapting to what happened on the day. On a day when you got lots of dangerous crosses across, and then you couldn't fine tune the team in such a way that you could have Merino up top, or you could bring in Gyökeres right from the bench since you're looking for the goals, and the crosses were coming in. It's a quite different thing if we're not producing those chances, but those chances just kept coming and kept begging for a finisher, and a finisher wasn't there. People, I don't want to slag off Jesus. People, he tried his best, just coming back from injury. You don't expect him to just hit the goals just like that. You know, so I expect him to warm up into this games. Get some certain kind of warm ups. But people, yeah, don't you think it would be good for us to look for another goal scoring option in the January transfer window if we're really, really serious? If we're really, really serious of winning the league, why aren't we talking of another striker right now? Since Gyökeres isn't firing on all cylinders, people. And if we're talking about a striker, which which striker in the market do we have to look at right now, people? Um, Ketan Shetty says, if we lose the first duel, we concede. So foolish it is, exactly, bro. And there was a time in the second half where Crystal Palace were winning, but the second balls, first balls, everything, they were winning everything. The headers were winning everything. In the middle of the park, they were just walking through. But that was in the second half. In the first half, not got control that midfield. Interceptions was there. I mean, intercepted lots of passes from the Crystal Palace midfield and actually caused lots of problems for them down there. But it is what it is. I would like to see Nordgaard play more for me to be able to assess him as a player in this team anyway. You know. Big up to Tottenham Goats. Big up to Samuel Moyenza. Jamie McFadden. It says, are you Muslim? No, I'm not Muslim, but I'm Christian. But, I have lots of Muslim friends. How about that? Big up to you. And Plasma says here, it says, last season, yeah, people, just listen to what Plasma said. Yeah. Let me get a more clearer picture of what he said about Nordgaard here. Said it somewhere. Yes, I got it. last season, last season we dropped over 20 points from winning positions. Yeah, we have to learn to kill games if goals aren't flowing. Exactly. And people, I'm also having issues here where we are kind of like struggling with this last minute goals, people, that they're scoring. I mean, in that Wolves game, we conceded in the 91st minute or so, if I'm correct. Yeah. In in this game against Crystal Palace, in the dying minutes of the game too, 90 something minute, 95th minute. Yeah, we're conceding again. People, I mean, it's not I mean, people, I mean, we just be switched off. And I'm not totally okay with Arteta trying to just bring in lots of game management systems to be able to just park the bus and make sure we play in a controlled manner when we're 1-0 up. If you're 2-0 up, if you're 3-0 up, you're going on a controlled basis on how to really fine tune how we play and how we go forward because you don't want us to be run ragged down the defense. I totally understand you. But when you're doing and using that tactics, when we're just 1-0 up, I mean, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. And then you remove a striker, you bring in Declan Rice. Yeah, we do need one more midfielder. I completely get that. But again, not on the basis of a striker, because you need that outlet up front that could hold on to the ball, that could bring other players into the game scenario. But I mean, you took him away. You took Jesus away. Then who's going to hold the ball up front? So rather than anyone holding the ball up front, you're just going to be, just looping and hoofing the ball away from defense with no credible person actually to look for, in the opposition's final third. So it makes sure, it just completely makes sure that no matter how much you set the ball up or you take the ball out of, your sights, it's still coming back because there's no one holding the ball up. no outlet to really hold on to the ball or to cause problems in the opposition box. So, Mikel Arteta, whenever you defended a 1-0 win, it's either you defend it to the death and don't concede goals, or it's either you leave something up front for Arsenal for us to actually have a way of holding on to the ball up front. It doesn't make sense how we're allowing these teams, to just come back. Kaitan says the match shows why we should kill off these games. One opportunity and they score. Exactly, people. Crystal Palace, one opportunity, tap that bank, and this man's are scoring goals. Tap that bank, they're scoring goals, people. I mean, it's not sustainable, people. It's not sustainable. We can't do this. We can't. People, we cannot do this. We can't. We can't. But let's keep going. Um, Kaitan also says here, he says, I saw selfishness from Arsenal players yesterday. Everyone just wanted to score. Exactly right. Exactly. Madueke wanted to score by all means, people, on the day. Yeah. That's the number one culprit I saw yesterday of that. He just wanted to score by all means. But I mean, why push the ball through the middle all the time? I mean, Madueke, yeah, you need to be doing extra drills on how to really, really, really score goals, like be a beast in terms of scoring goals. I know you scored a goal against Bayern Munich. I know you scored two goals against Club Brugge. But again, you need to know how to really, really finish at the end of the day, bro. Extra drills. I mean, Mikel Arteta, what are you doing? Extra drills on how to finish. Finishing is our problem. And people, you have to ask yourself that question. Is Mikel Arteta really the guy to coach strikers? This is the thing. The- who is actually coaching our strikers, people? Who is coaching our strikers? Because there's a lack of goals right now, and set pieces are not really bailing us out that much anyway. Now that we've lost Gabriel Magalhaes, in it, so we need goals from open play. We need goals from open play. And people, what did you really think about AZ's performance yesterday? I thought it was performing okay. I think he was performing okay. Maybe not over the top, but he was okay. I thought he wanted to take on his man, and he took on his man. He opened it up just a little bit. It took one, two, three people. Most of the time, he was moving the ball quicker, trying to be more liquid with the ball. But when Odegaard came on, he tried to hold on to the ball for far too long, and that's a big criticism of Odegaard in this team. He likes to hold on to the ball for quite, a long time. He drives in deep to get the ball, but AJ is more operational. He's more of a moments player. He's always moving. He's marauding, and it's sending the passes here and there. Maybe not too risky passes, but it was very fluid that first half, Peter. I mean, no one will look at that first half and say, this isn't a fluid match. Everyone loved what they saw in that first half. But in the second half, when Odegaard and the usual suspect came on, it became drab in it. Is what it is. More comments, more comments. Right now, we'll go to Kai. And Kai says here, Kai says, Kepa kept diving left in penalties. Did you see it? If you did not, check it. Yes, people. Kepa kept. I mean, no real big quality in it. But again, at the end of the day, we still got the penalty and saved us. People, penalties are a lottery, bro. Penalties are a big lottery. You cannot say you know. You're a big team, so you went. No, bro, look, Arsenal, we were lucky. Penalties is a game of luck. Pure facts, people. Penalties are a game of luck. Arsenal were lucky again. I will take that luck because, see, people, I love this team. I wanted to win a trophy. So I'll take that luck. But you also need to know that it is luck. You also need to know that it is luck, and it's not sustainable 100% of the time. So, Plasma says here, Arteta has to trust Notgard more. I feel like he always plays better when he has a little run of games. Exactly, people. What a little run of game does to a player, it keeps you more fit. It oils the machine, pause. It oils the machine. It makes you, feel part of the team, you feel part of the setup, and you do sense a chance to come into the first team. Not God yesterday. Absolute gentleman yesterday, bro. Man was bamboozling everyone in a very clean way. His interceptions was done in a very seamless way. People, seamless way. Man controlled that midfield. His tall, his 6 foot plus, his power. He really, really controlled that midfield in the first half, people. People, I couldn't believe it. And again, people, yeah, remember that our entire midfield was completely thrown. I mean, aside, it was completely a new, different one. No Zubimendi, no Rice, no Odegaard, the usual suspect, all thrown away, which was a bigger risk, by the way, from Mikel Arteta. I never thought he would take that big risk in this scenario. But again, we're also crying about effective rotational policy in this team. We need our team to be carefully and effectively rotated because look at Rice. Rice is almost at the dregs of physical incapacitation, people. Man is knackered, man is tired. You can see he's drained, bro. He's drained, bro. Pause. Man is completely tired, he's knackered. Yeah. So we needed that change. I give kudos to the manager for that change. Yeah. Nordgaard came in, had nice displays in midfield, mostly in that first half. People, I keep talking about that first half because that was the half where we could have sealed this whole thing. Arsenal don't have any business going into the penalties with Crystal Palace. We could have just done everything, got 3 to 4 goals in the first half, tap, tap, boom, we get into the next one. But again, Arsenal, we are our own enemy. You know, this is what it has come to. We have to scrape out these wins, rely on the lottery system in the penalties to actually get to the semi-finals. When indeed, if the manager would have just simply just said, you know what, yeah, let me just switch up the scenario. Let me bring in Marino up top and allow Jesus to go down to the channels since Jesus is actually someone that could get things started out on the channels or make him play as a false nine since he wasn't really, really, really getting into the end of those end product of those goals. Uh, just put Marino up top in five because crosses were coming from left, right, and center. Dangerous crosses. If Marino was there, people, it would have been easy. Those crosses, it would have one. Marino would have scored one. And even, bro, even Gyökeres, even if his confidence is, in the gutters right now, man, at least he scored a penalty in the last game. Yeah. So let's say maybe that would have given him a little bit of a confidence boost, didn't it? So if he came on in that matchup, I can't bet on it, but I can tell you that Gyökeres would get his head onto one or two of those crosses that came on because they were very dangerous crosses, bro. So Arteta, in as much as the players has to take responsibility for what happened yesterday, Mikel Arteta has to take responsibility for not switching things up in our attacking setup yesterday. I thought he would have done more. He would have done more. He would have, put Jesus in that false nine position and just allow Merino just for 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes to just try and head the ball into the net. Because those crosses were so dangerous from Martinelli on the day yesterday. So rude chances, in it. Godfrey is in the house. Big up to Godfrey. Godfrey is legend in this channel, people. I said it. Godfrey is legend in this channel, people. He's legend. Um, Ketan Shetty, our new subscriber. Big up to Ketan Shetty. Big up to you, new subscriber. Big up to you, my guy. And he says it was injury-prone Palace without Miners and Sarr and people. I never actually thought about that, people. Sarr didn't play yesterday. Miners didn't play yesterday. Oh my days, Arsenal. And of course, it was also the same thing in that game against Everton, right? Idrissa Gueye wasn't there, and Ilman Ndiaye was missing. Bishby Hall was also missing from that game too. So if Idrissa Gueye was missing, if Ndiaye Ilman was also missing, and Bishby Hall was missing in that Everton game, which for me is part of that engine room this season, and Arsenal couldn't pump goals into that Everton defense. Yeah, I mean, we're having it tough in it. We're having it tough in it. We're having it tough. It's not easy. So it is what it is. Take your chances, Arsenal. Take your chances. Godfrey is down here, and Godfrey says here, he says, big up Tony every time, people. Godfrey is legend down here, people. Legend down here, people. Big up to him. And of course, Ketan Shetty says, many fixtures. Oh my God. Understatement, Ketan. We have lots and lots of matches in January. Mind you, the coveted Champions League is coming up. Inter Milan, our first nemesis, would be, we have to slug it out with Inter Milan, the Champions League. There's lots of games to be played in January. Oh my days! January 17th, we have a big date, yeah, with Nottingham Forest. People, Nottingham Forest have dangerous players. Hudson Odoi, Gibbs White, Sangare is having a nice time. I don't know if he will be back in time after the AFCON. It depends on where his team lies in the AFCON competition, innit? Sangare. They also have who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? They have Jesus also in that Forest team that's playing quite well. They have Omari Hutchinson, who was a former Arsenal player that played for the Arsenal that's now in that team. They do have Anderson, who's a very, very, very amazing player, quite programmed in my own thinking, but it's a very, very decent player, bro. And they have dangerous players, who are good in set pieces like Marila, who's looking good, and the young defender Solana, who's playing with them right now. And I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah, and also we have to play in these games with Crystal Palace, Inter Milan, not Crystal Palace, sorry. We have to play Bournemouth quite soon. We also have to play. Nottingham Forest, Inter Milan in the Champions League. Many more games, yeah. And we still have Kairat Almaty to play in the Champions League, maybe in January also. So see, people, yeah, that January is people. It's stocked, people. It's stocked, people. It's so stocked, yeah, that I would recommend we tap into, because people, we're talking about squad depth, people. Really, do we really have that squad depth right now? We don't have efficient people who could score goals for us. It's hard, people. It's hard. We need this thing to work for us. But let's go to the charts, yeah. Do you not think if we started our regular front three, we would have had a comfortable lead at halftime? I agree with you. If we started with Gyökeres, if we started with not Trossard, because Martinelli was a big part of why those crosses went into the final third, went into the 18-yard box. It was just looping them in, looping them in, looping them in. Those balls were just looped in, people, with precision, and no one to strike them. So maybe not a Trossard for a Martinelli. Maybe Martinelli should still be down there, but a Gyökeres and a Saka should have started in that game. And just maybe, we would have won it. Just maybe before the second half. We go into what Plasma said. I want to take what you guys say here today. Merry Christmas, by the way. Merry Christmas, by the way, to everyone who is down here. Merry Christmas to you. I've been here for 1 hour, 18 minutes, talking about the analysis of that Crystal Palace matchup and chatting with the fan base. And so big ups. Plasman says, yeah, TBF, I said earlier this season, we'll win 1 to 2 trophies, but we need to either have goals to start to flow back in or learn to see out narrow wins. And again, it's all about the fine margins in it. And it's all about the manager in it. Also, the manager needs to take responsibility for these things. Do you wanna defend a 1 goal lead, yeah, to the end? Yeah. Is that what you want to do? So I think the manager, you know, I think the manager has to the manager has a whole lot to actually think about. You know, he has a whole lot to actually think about. But again, it is what it is, isn't it? It is what it is. Yeah. Saka would easily score a hat trick. Yeah, exactly. Because those chances, people, those chances. Oh my God. Look at the one Madueke threw away. I was so shocked, people. Saka would easily have scored a hat trick. Yeah, exactly. I agree. Jesus and Madueke finishing got tears in my eyes. Exactly. Keitan, Keitan, I mean, exactly, man. I like this Keitan guy. This is the kind of people I like on my channel. Him, Plasma, all these guys, yeah. Big up to you, you guys. I mean, I want you guys to keep coming to the channel, people. Keitan, big up to you. You've brought lots of energy. Plasma, lots of energy to the chat too. Big up to you. And God bless you too. And of course, Kai, lots of energy on the channel too, man. You know, under a short period. And, I'm looking at that moderation for you, my bro. And of course, Plasma FC says, until Gabriel is back, I wouldn't mind seeing the back four we saw today. I rate Nkape, but Kala and Mouse both put in proper shift. Yeah, I thought Kala was immense on the day, people. Calafiori was immense on the day, people. He made those runs to try to help out the attack. Um, he wasn't caught unawares most of the time. He played really well. I really liked it. It was fast. He man-marked his man. He's good. He's good. This season, Ricardo Calafiori has tweaked my mind, from what he really was in the first season. And again, in the first season when he came on, blocked by injuries, never had a proper preseason with the Arsenal. Was looked at as an injury-prone player, but right now it seems like he's not really an injury-prone player. It's just on how to manage him that was really the bigger problem. So because right now he's not been injured, so then you have to look at no other person than the manager for causing him those problems last season. No big time rotational policy with him. We're just being thrusted into hard games without having the fitness levels to go into those games. So, but right now, we're sparingly using him. Right now, we have a defender crisis right now. So, of course, he has to play a ton of games. But when the usual suspects are back, Maybe it will really kind of be like a competitive one, and we could be able to rotate the players. All true, But again, Calafiori, what a game yesterday. He tried, he pushed the boundaries. Samuel Muyenza says, "Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, my African brother. Big up to you, man. Big up to you." Kai is here. Says, "Look, Nkape is very good, but he is not ready yet for the Prem. He's not ready, in my opinion." Hmm, that's Kai. That's a big, big, big allegation, man. That's a big allegation. That's a huge one, and I'll tread carefully with that one. You've just raised a big point, but it's a big, huge one because Nkape has been forced into this team in a way. We had an injury crisis. He's played with Timber in centre back. He's played with Saliba in centre back. At a point, he played with Gabriel Magalhaes before Gabriel Magalhaes got injured. He has also been used as a left back. See, there's something about consistency when a player understands that. See, I'm into football. I'm a referee in the fourth division in Finland here. Yeah, yeah, and even in the UK, I played football. So, see, people, yeah, there's nothing like when you're very consistent and conversant with your centre back partner. There has to be a level of consistency. I've not seen that level of consistency with a player partnering in Cape in a game, 2 games, 3 games, 4 games, 5 games. When you're doing that, you form that koinonia, you form that partnership, and it's locked in. But at this point, I don't see any of those locked in pairings in that centre back position. So you just have to give him time, Kai. I get where you're coming from. I get where you're coming from. But you also have to understand he's new to the league also. I mean, people, yeah, you can't just judge him just like that. He's new to this league, people. He needs that time to really acclimatize into it. The quality is there, but sometimes you can just see that, glimpses of, a mistake or two in him, which is what you're latching onto, Kai. And I see it. And there's a reason for that, But again, he's new here. That's number one. He needs to adapt to the system. That's number two. And number three, Arteta hasn't even really made that even more simpler for him in any way. He's played with how many centre backs, bro? He's played with Timber. He's played with Magalhaes. He's played with Calafiore. He's played with bro. Name it. He's played with all of them, bro. And he's also played left back too. No consistency. One of the biggest strengths in our defense that we've had over time is that Saliba and Magalhaes have played over a long period of time. So they formed that partnership. They form that effective koinonia with each other. That it's seamless when they play together. You see it, telepathic reasoning, telepathic understanding of each other. So you don't need to question anything. They just go, they show up, and they do what they have to do on the day. So I think consistency is one thing. Consistency in the kind of parents you have, it's very key. Very key, mostly in a very delicate area like the centre back position, people. So I'm 50-50 on that, Kai. There's truth in it, but I'm 50-50 on it because there's still some questions that need to be answered, both by the manager, yeah, and also by Nkape too, by standards too, you know, yeah. But again, it's a situation he's been dealt to. He's been forced into this situation. And sometimes players don't deal necessarily with in a nice way with being forced into teams. Sometimes you need your betting time. You need your time to really really get into the whole thing and make sure it works. But again, it is what it is. Let's go to the next comment. Boomba Yaka Josh Kamba. He's got his album listening party coming up, but that's in Nigeria. He has his album listening party coming up on Saturday. People, if you're Nigerian, go locate him in Lagos. Go to his Instagram page, Josh Kamba. And he has great songs on YouTube too. So people listen to. If you want some Afrobeat songs, Afrobeat collaborations, talk to Josh Kamba. That's another big member of our community doing wild things in Africa. Singer, songwriter, Afrobeat Krona. Big up to Josh Kamba. He says, Boom Bayaka. And of course, Samuel Muyenza, our African brother, says here, Arteta needs to be far more ruthless for us to win anything. It makes me sick how he responded to the Wolves game. Any manager would have been completely fuming. Exactly, bro. Exactly. I feel like Teta has a large chunk of responsibility to take out of what is going on right now, bro. Why aren't we scoring goals? Why are we not scoring goals? I mean, these are very big questions, people. Very big questions. And of course, Jamie says, are you Muslim? No, I'm not Muslim, my brother. I'm Christian, but I'm Christian. But the thing is that I accept everyone. I accept I like everyone. Uh, uh, you know, Regardless of your religion, regardless of who you are, your race, your color, provided you're a decent human being. What I mean by decent human being is that you speak to people respectfully, and you will get that right back, with me. So it is what it is. I respect people regardless of their religion, color, sex or whatever. So it is what it is. Big up to Samuel Muyenza down here, but big up to Jamie McFadden, innit? Samuel Muyenza says, you talk of the team, not the manager. Why on earth was Waneri not subbed on yesterday? Samuel, you need to be on my channel most of the time, bro. I am Arteta's biggest critic, bro. I'm one of his biggest critics. But again, yeah, see, I also believe that the players have to take responsibility to of yesterday. Yeah. I mean, you have to finish your dinner. You have to finish your dinner. The same thing, yeah, because we're so overcritical about the manager that many other people are not really trying to see or understand other avenues through which our game is suffering. We have players that are not really finishing their dinner. And and if maybe the team was not creating, that would be a more bigger indictment on the manager. But at this time, we're creating those scenarios. We are creating those scenarios. So the manager takes half of the chunk, while the players will have to take responsibility and accountability for part of the chunk on why they're not finishing. Also, so it's a two-way street. The manager has to take a bigger chunk of it, but also the players have to look deep down, to themselves, to how they play, to how they finish, to to how they're making runs, to how they're positioning themselves in the final third to actually take shots, to how they're positioning themselves when they actually have to take headers, free headers to get a goal. Jesus had a free header yesterday and he didn't take his chances. You can't blame that on the manager. Sometimes you have to blame it on the player too. They need to take responsibility. And again, people, yeah, when I see Manchester City, yeah, I don't just see the manager taking responsibility. I see the players themselves also taking responsibility in getting the team ahead. I see Haaland, yeah, taking responsibility. The people, Haaland could lose a chunk of chances in the game of football, a chunk of chances, people. But you know what? Yeah, when he latches onto one of those chances, people, he gets it going. He scores those goals, people. That is responsibility because he knows he has to get his team ahead, and he takes those chances, people. He could lose up to 100. But when he latches onto one, he gets the goal moving. People, that is the responsibility that you need to take. You need to take responsibility, whether you like it or not. You have to. So it's a two-way street, But big up to Tottenham Gold. He says, "Hi, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas to you all. Merry Christmas, my brothers. Merry Christmas to Tottenham Gold. He's been one of the most consistent people on this channel. Big up to you, my guy. Big ups." And of course, Plasma is down here, and he says, "We welcome the Raiders. Views raid. Big up to Views. Views raided the channel. My guy, Views raided the channel. Big up to Views. He raided the channel. Big ups to Views. Views is an absolute real one, isn't it? I go to the channel to show him some love. But people, next week, I will be bringing Views to the channel. I would send a message out to him and I'll tell him, Views, my G, what's up, my bro? What's up, my bro? People, Views was fuming in the private chat we have, bro. Views was fuming yesterday, people. Man says, no, you can't be playing like this, bro. Man said, you can't be playing like this. It's not sustainable. And I agree. It's not sustainable, people. It's not. Plasma says, he says, Samuel, I think Ethan would come on if he had a comfortable lead at halftime rather than bringing on Saka, Trossard, people. I mean, that one, everything. I don't even want to speak on it no more because it looks like maybe I have an agenda on the manager for that, for not bringing Waneri on. And people have spoken about it lots of times, bro. But no one is listening. No one is hearing. Why is man sitting on the bench? Why did you give Waneri a contract in the first place when you know he's not going to come in games like this against Crystal Palace to showcase what he's got? Then when is the most effective and beneficial time for him to come? When is the right time for Waneri, people? These questions need to be asked, people. It needs to be asked. No one is giving us answers to that. Big up to AJ. It says view rate. Big up to AJ. AJ, people, has been one of those guys here that have supported this channel from the real beginning, people. AJ is real one, people. AJ is real one. Is one of my top mods down here, people. Big guy, AJ. Says welcome in, Raiders. Please like the stream if you've not already. It really helps views out and it really helps Tony Claude out too. And also, he says down here, please subscribe to the subscribe to the 2 channel if you haven't already. It really helps Tony Blackwell. Big up to you. And of course, Gunners for Life. Where have you been? Where were you yesterday when I needed you? Yeah, my bro. I needed to see you yesterday, my G, so that we could have talked about the game. And it says, views, raid, big up, Tony. Merry Christmas to you and your family. Yeah, of course. Views is, see, people, Views is real one. He's real one. Views is absolute real one, people. No jokes. Views is real one. Yeah. He likes the football club and he wants more. He wants more. He wants more. And when you want more as a person, yeah, automatically I like you. I fuck with Views material, bro. I fuck with his material, bro. I go to Views channel just to see his craftsmanship, bro. Yeah. Views is proper craftsman, bro. Yeah. Real proper craftsman. And hopefully I get to bring him on the channel next week. I'll talk to him after I drop off from this show so that I can invite him for a show tomorrow on next week. Actually, will be more better after the Christmas festivities because Vijay is a family man and of course I'm a family guy. And you have to take care of the family during this period and all that, innit? Merry Christmas to Views. Merry Christmas to AJ. Merry Christmas to Gunners for Life. My head moderator. Actually, Gunners for Life is my head moderator, but I have a cluster, just like our Arsenal have a cluster. Yeah, I have a cluster of leaders in my moderation unit. Yeah, Gunners for Life is down there. AJ is down there. Here Today is down there. Aces is more is there. Godfrey is there. You know, all these legends are there. I have all these legends down there. Yeah, and of course, please subscribe to the channel. It helps Tony out. Of course, our mod AJ doing his thing down there. Plasma is also down here. Views was here. Oh, I never saw Views. Where is Rated? Big ups to congrats on 3K, bro. Merry Xmas. Merry Xmas to you, Views. Merry Xmas, my G. Merry Xmas, my G. Absolute real one in the house, bro. Big up to you, my G. Merry Xmas, bro. Merry Xmas to you. And people, Views is doing lots on his channel, bro. Man is putting efforts on his channel, bro. It's doing lots. It's doing lots, and I respect that. I respect that. Yeah, and people, Views channel is down there. People, subscribe to the channel. He's doing people. He's doing great on this channel, bro. I mean, you have to give it to him, bro. He's a proper craftsman, bro, and I like his craft. You know, sometimes there are people that you might not really like what they say, but you like the craft. You like how they do it because they know how to do it. They do it because they do what they're doing because they're doing it. Yeah, so and I resonate with some of his facts that he throws here and there. You know, he's a great guy. I like Views. I like Views a lot, bro. You know, it's proper real one, bro. And he's the kind of guy that if he doesn't fuck with you, he doesn't fuck with you. That's Views, bro. If he doesn't fuck with you, he doesn't fuck with you. If he doesn't like you, he doesn't like you. That's Views. If he doesn't like you, he doesn't like you. It is what it doesn't pretend. Yeah, I hate pretenders that will pretend as if they fuck with you, and at the end of the day, they don't. So big up to Views, man. Absolute real one in the house. Wahaha! Look at Wahaha. I used to like Wahaha's chats in Views on Views channel, bro. Absolute legend. Wahaha, you're a big legend down there in Views channel and in his charts. Big up to you. I mean, it's an absolute honor to have you on my channel, my bro. And it says Views Raid. Merry Christmas, Tony. Merry Christmas, Wahaha. And of course, Gunners Alive says, we got lucky again. I never saw a team win 3 games scoring 1 penalty. Bro, I mean, very lucky win, bro. Very lucky win. But again, there'll be those questions, yeah, that Liverpool last season, yeah, were winning games late, we're running on fumes, and we're still winning games. There'll be those questions on, okay, why didn't these questions come out when Liverpool was winning the league last season, and we're very lucky in lots of those scenarios too. But again, it is what it is. I'm not saying I'm not going to take this wins, but Arsenal, please, you need to find the consistency. We are not consistent enough, and it scares me, people. It scares me because at the end of the day, yeah, when you meet tougher teams, yeah, that also have the same probability of luck that you, Arsenal, have actually had, then it becomes a game of, who's more consistent. And I'm sorry, Arsenal is not with that consistency level, and it scares me, people. It thoroughly scares me. Views, thank you for the raid. Yeah, thank you, Views, for the raid, bro. Thank you. I was up in the chart. I didn't really see it. Yes, people, me and Dr. Seymour will be back next week. People, new shows around Bell in the building. People, see, me and Dr. Seymour. I mean, you guys saw the show we did. Me, him, and Oregon Guna. Very funny show, bro. Very funny show. And I like the guy because he speaks facts. He's not afraid. I like people that are not afraid, bro. I like people that are not afraid to say what they want to say. That's why I like Dr. Seymour. He says, bro, you can't slap him. I like the guy. You can't, and he's one of those earlier guys that have popped into my channel those days, yeah, and he was in the chat those days. But recently, he started coming into the game more hard, and I've been seeing him on our on our, on our WhatsApp group, and yeah, yeah, absolutely, it speaks sense. And I value his footballing acumen, and that's why I've said a show between me and him would really, really be very, very big. We have contrasting styles. He's more head on, and more, kind of like, let's look at it through this. Let's look at it through this. He's a one way street. When he does, it's the same thing with views. If he doesn't like you, he doesn't like you. It's the same thing. So, those kind of guys, it's easier to work with them because we have contrasting styles that could really make for good content. He sees things from certain ways. I see things from multifarious ways. Yeah, you know, and these guys, there's no benefit of the doubt. If you're not doing well, don't be there. And again, it is what it is anyway. But let's see what happens. Me and Dr. Sam, our new show, we'll be back next week, people. We'll try and modulate the day and see how that goes. But I have to get in touch with Drew for our banner, because I need a banner for that show. It's gonna be a big one. But Dr. Sam is a big talker, bro. He's like me. He's a big talker, and I like big talkers too. Yeah, he's a very big talker, and he does it in a very flamboyant way, and I like it. So big up to him. And Stania says, late Unk views, raid, big ups. Yeah, exactly. And Merry Christmas, Tony, to you and your family. Merry Christmas to everyone who is down here. Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, people. We now face Chelsea. You don't have the answers, Aces says. Big up to Aces, part of the leadership in my moderator section. And he says, that first half was good apart from the finishing. However, that second half was the worst I've seen in the League Cup in 2 years. Supporting Arsenal, like days. I mean, AJ going down deep the rabbit hole. And again, people, yeah, that second half was one of the most poorest second halves I've seen. And people, you know why? Oh my God. People, I know for some reason, yeah, I know that you like Odegaard. You love him. I know that. You love Odegaard. You want to hold on to him. You want to hug him. You can kiss him, whatever, no problem. Go hug him out, no problem, bro. Yeah? But Odegaard, he's not fast enough. He could act as if he's doing all that, bro. He's not. He's not. I preferred Eze in the middle than Odegaard. Odegaard stank up the place too, bro. See, people, yeah, we have to come to a conclusion about this Odegaard thing, yeah, because I'm not having it. This Odegaard thing, this Odegaard scenario, I'm not having it, bro. Yeah. If man doesn't perform, keep man on the bench. Let man come from the bench. I have not seen Odegaard do what is necessary to have this game time at all, people. I have not seen it. He needs to give us more. Odegaard, you need to give us more. Can't you see that the first half and the second half is like night and day? The first half is like night. Yeah. The second half completely like day. I saw Eze probing, making and see people. Passes could be simpler. Odegaard has to touch the ball, hold on to the ball, slow down the movement of the ball, and we need to score a goal. We need to score a goal. It's not sustainable, people. It's not. It's not sustainable. We have to move the ball quicker, pass the ball quicker, get into the final third more quicker. We need to be ruthless in front of goal, and we are not ruthless in front of goal, and it scares me, people. It ultimately scares me that we are not ruthless in front of goal, and the players need to take responsibility. I do accept that criticism. So as Mikel Arteta, people. So as Mikel Arteta, he has to take 60% of it. Because you could have actually switched Merino up top. You could have even bring in Gyökeres from the bench and put him up top. Because crosses, for some reason, and again, people, yeah, this is where I'm finding it funny. How come is it that it was when Gyökeres is out of the team that we're now seeing crosses flying left, right, and center into the 18-yard box. Why? Why are crosses flying in and about in the first half when Gyökeres is not there? But yet, when Man is there, when Gyökeres is there, none of those crosses come in. None of those crosses come in. There's a problem down there. Big up to Dr. Seymour every other time, of course. AJ is down there. Dr. Seymour says, big up my bro, AJ. And of course, AJ is down there and he says, of course not, because he has made Victor Gyökeres yet. Oh, my days, bro. Oh, my days, bro. Gyökeres. People, I like Gyökeres, bro. Merry Xmas to all, even doped up at that. Oh my days, AFC always, and of course Dr. Seymour going down deep the rabbit hole to actually talk about the Ateta likers down there. Yeah, you know. AJ says, yeah, he says if we play like that against Brighton on the weekend, we get smoked. However, if we play like we played in the first half, attacking football, pressing football, high pressured urgency. That people, that's what we need. But with goals, people, it's okay. Play the way we played in the first half, but with goals. That's what we need to do. You see that first half? That should be the specimen that we should be looking at. That is how you get teams cornered. That is how you get teams bludgeoned. People. That first half. But you need your striker scoring goals. You need your striker scoring goals. And that's the thing. So it is what it is. AJ is down here and says, Merry Christmas to you and your family. Merry Christmas, Dr. Samuel and AJ, and of course, America. What link is that? Oh, so people, Dr. Samuel has a channel. People, I have to go there to support that channel, people. I've not found it yet. America's Public Servants, people. Go subscribe to Dr. Say More, people. I'll be working with him starting next week, people. I'm so happy and excited to work with Dr. Seymour. I've always wanted that brother to come down here since the start of the season to do something with me, and finally I'm getting that chance and that opportunity is giving me the go ahead, so we can have something and we can have I believe I will have a legendary show with Dr. Seymour. I see it. I see it. A very big legendary show I would have. And later on, we can also do it on both channels too. So this is what it is. So, but that's good. People, go subscribe to America's Public Servants. Yeah, that's the channel. As I'm led to believe here, AJ is saying that that's his channel. So people, go subscribe to that channel, people, because you'll be seeing lots of content from me and him. And of course, NordVPN is still not good enough in my opinion, but he had a very good game yesterday. AJ, AJ, calm down just a little bit. Calm down, easy, easy, just a little bit. Calm down. Let's look into it. How many games, how many starts have Nordgaard actually had this season? How many starts per se? Nordgaard is that kind of a player that needs a run of games. If you've watched how he plays, he needs a run of games to actually solidify himself into scenarios, and he has to carefully, come into full match fitness. And when he's on full match fitness, he plays lots of games for you to be able to see what he does in teams and what he does as a player. He's a former Brentford captain for a reason. Yeah, he needs a run of games. And right now, he's been coming on for quite some time now in this Arteta team now, since he came back from injury. And right now, that's why you're now seeing what he did yesterday, people. And mind you, you need effective rotation in this team. So if Nordgaard is putting up that kind of performance against a full-fledged Premiership side in Crystal Palace, then which team can't he perform against? If he's putting that kind of performance against Crystal Palace. Yeah. So people, he had a good game yesterday, but however, I do think he needs more games. He performs mostly when he has a run of games under his belt. And a run of games is not what he has gotten at Arsenal. So we cannot actually efficiently judge him by that. But again, we can judge him based on what he has done, so far. And I know that he has been, performing below par, but he hasn't had a run of games. He's been blighted with injuries here and there. The manager's inconsistencies and lies about his fitness levels hasn't even done him any good at all. So, because Arteta is so secretive, we don't know what's going on. So it is what it is. But after yesterday's performance, not God, I want to see him play again. I want to see him play against more tougher opposition. And then I can be able to judge and say, okay, not God, this is this, you're the real deal. I, I just want to see more performances from him because I like what I saw yesterday. Zubimendi definitely not good enough. Adam Wharton is the real answer. He showed that again last night. We need to do that trade in January. But again, do you really think Wharton would leave Crystal Palace January transfer window? That's their marquee signing, bro. He's a marquee guy in the team. Can he leave January? I don't think so. It will be athletes until after the summer. And does Arsenal have the summer to do that? I think Arsenal we're looking at more bigger things than Wharton in the summer. But again, I don't know. It is what it is. But I do like Wharton, man. I mean, top quality player. He showed us why we do need someone like him in the middle of the park, innit? Merry Xmas to you and family. Aces says, big up to you, Aces. You don't have the answers. My guy, Aces. And of course, AJ, the big mod, says, can someone please tell me what Ethan has to do to play? Exactly, bro. What does Ethan have to do to get a slip in this team, bro? This is people, I can't believe what I'm seeing, people. Ethan can't get a sniff in this team. Absolutely shocking. I was shocked. I've not even seen him start. If people, I'm just saying, if I'm Ethan, I'll walk straight into Arteta's office after yesterday, and then I would say, Arteta, please, I need a transfer away from this football club, people. That's what I'll be saying. Please, I need a transfer. No more stories. Because if he can't play in the Carabao Cup quarterfinals, then where else would he play? Is it in the Champions League? Is it in the Premiership? Come on, guys. Let's don't do that. 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 You know. We would have won. Okay. Big ups to yes, this is a new subscriber. Please, people, welcome our new subscriber. Idefe, Idefe Emirates. Okay, I defend Sad Emirates. Oh, okay. I'm just reading into it. I thought it was a name. He says, I defend Saad Emirates. Wow, I like that name. How about that? He says, we would have won penalties earlier if Kepa would have just got to his left. No, it was actually going through his left and going through his left side. But again, this is what it is. He should have realized he should have kept going there. We really need Raya. I mean, people, yeah, of course, it's always customary, yeah, that when you go higher or when you get higher, mostly in these cup competitions, then you throw away the shafts and you bring in the big boys. I want to see the big boys handle Chelsea people. The big boys have to handle them, but again, it could be a careful blend, a careful mix. But again, we don't have the Carabao Cup until January, so we have time to really breathe before then. Before then, Chelsea doesn't scare me. And people, just to break it to you, as we are meeting Chelsea in that cup game in the semi-finals, Chelsea will be without Caicedo, who's one of the most marquee players down there, yeah. And playing without, Caicedo, that's a big plus, people. Big plus. Big plus. Then Big up to Godfrey. Godfrey's our guy every other time. Big up Godfrey every time with a South African flag flying. I would trade Odegaard for Elliot Anderson in a heartbeat. I'll do that. I'll do that. Odegaard is so poor, people. Poor midfielder, bro. I don't know what's the obsession about Odegaard, people. Always dropping, always dropping too late. It drops off too late. He's, he's not quick. He delays the ball. He's not lightning fast. He dresses up the ball like three, four, five, six, 10 times before he actually tries to pick a pass. Odegaard, I saw AJ yesterday, yeah. Very liquid, very fluid, passing the ball here and there. He doesn't have to wait for a huge big pass. Yeah. It doesn't have to be a special one. Yeah. It could be simple. Yeah. It could be simple. Very simple. Simple passes. Very simple passes. Odegaard is classless, bro. I mean, it's classless, bro. AJ says here, if we play like that in 2 game time, Emery will beat us again. I can promise you. And it's true. It's true. What AJ is saying is true. People, what people like AJ and Gunners for life, because I do respect, mostly another person I respect, in the chart is Gunners for life. His football acumen is very, very huge. I like Gunners for life too. It talks real a big business. He understands the game. But AJ makes complete sense. Yeah, and this is the truth. That's why I like all these guys that understand these things. Yeah, this is true. If we continue like this, people, if we continue now we're playing, bro, no cohesion. If we continue like that, Aston Villa could beat us, bro, to be that bad. Um, Tony Arteta has made 102. Um, Arteta has made 102 different injuries happen since the start of oh my days, bro. Look at the numbers. 102 different injuries, bro. Bro, it's not sustainable the way we play. It's not. Something needs to change, bro. It needs to change. And again, I'm happy. I'm totally happy that we're getting into this next phases of the competition. We're getting 3 points, but bro, when God saves you, sometimes you need to save yourself. When luck shines on you, you can't take all that money and throw in a ditch and say you'll be lucky again. No, you can do it. You can't. You can't do it. You know, you have to save. You have to invest. You have to do lots of stuff with that winning. But Arsenal, bro, it's not sustainable, people. The reason we got for injuries last season, therefore losing the league, is because Arteta wants to always defend one goal. I've always been against defending one goal, people. Always. And then Mikel Arteta yesterday, I mean, people, you're leading with a goal, yeah, with a goal lead, yeah, and then you hack off Gabriel Jesus, who could actually hold on to the ball. You guys know Jesus is older player. He could actually hold off defenders. He could actually hold on to the ball and do some little trickery here and there. But the most important thing is that he's holding on to the ball, yeah, and he's keeping the ball away from getting into dangerous areas at the back. Yeah. And you hack him off. No outlet to hold on to the ball. None. 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 Completely no one to hold on to the ball. And Declan Rice, I mean, it is what it is, isn't it? We're left exposed. We see, people, we can't keep doing this week in, week out. We are gonna suffer. We are gonna suffer if we keep doing it. Big up to Yasa TV, Paul Forward, Blue Nose. All these guys, I mean, in the charts. I'll just run through the charts here, people. Tony, Saka is finished. He's not the same player. No more. We need him gone. Trade him for Olise. Oh, AJ, calm down. AJ is angry, bro. AJ is not. People, AJ is angry, bro. People, I mean, take what he said about Saka with a pinch of salt, bro. He's just man is just angry, bro. Because and I hear you, Saka's fault. The thing there, yeah, AJ, yeah, is Saka has been underwhelming this season. Shocking form, people. Shocking form. And the reason why this is not being illuminated, echoed in this Arsenal fan base right now is because Saka is held dear in this football club. That's number one, mostly with the fan base. And secondly, we're winning games. So it's not shedding light to his poor form. It's not. It's not. But he needs to come out of it anyway. He needs to. Drew Gunner said something here. He says, Merry Christmas, Tony. See, Drew Gunner's people, yeah, is it it's part of our head moderator system. He's also the chief graphic designer here. When I start making good money, he's gonna get those checks, people. Those checks will come. It will come. To come, people. Big up to Drew Gunners here. He's making this channel not just a safe place for us to operate in, it's also making it a very beautiful place where you can come in and you see lots of nice things going on. And of course, our logo, he changed our logo from the one Miss Melina gave to us, which is now our banner. And he gave us this logo. And people, big ups to Drew Gunners. And Merry Christmas to you and your family, Drew Gunners. You've always been a big part of my channel, big part of my growth. You, AJ, all these guys. And now Gunners for Life 84 has also taken up that mantle to help this channel. So God bless you all, Paul Forward Bluenose. Big ups to you too. You've also been of great help. But Drew Gunners has always helped this channel wholeheartedly. And I pray that God blesses him and his family, bro. I mean, he has been so selfless, bro. That's Drew Gunners, people. So selfless with helping this channel. And that's why I respect him. So selfless, bro. He doesn't ask me, bro. This man just helps out. Any way you want, he just helps out. He doesn't ask me any questions, nothing. He just, hey, how can I help you? How can I help you? People, there's people they're people, bro. They're hearts, people. Yeah. That's why I pray for this guy, Drew Gunners. Yeah. God bless you, my bro. I really appreciate you. You, AJ, Paul Forward Blue Notes, Godfrey, Aces, Head to There, Gunners for Life 84. These guys all are real people. AJ, real people. God bless you all. God bless your families. Yeah. I really appreciate you guys. Thanks very much. And Drew Gunners says, Merry Christmas. If I don't get to say it before the stream ends, I'm still here just doing my dad duties while listening in the background. God bless you, bro. And he has a lovely daughter, bro. That takes care of, and God bless you, bro. God bless all the old fathers, on this channel. God bless you all. Yasa TV. Yasa TV had a successful show. I think was it yesterday or so because I was on this channel. Great guy is doing lots on his channel, bro. People, Yasa TV is getting to that legendary status, bro. He's big guy. He's big guy. He's big guy. And Drew says, "Hello, Plasma from Para Stream." Exactly, exactly. Drew Gunners, bro. That's my guy. And of course, Paul Forward Blue says, "Big up, Tony. Merry Christmas to you and your family. Big up to you, Paul Forward. Forward has been a member of this community since God knows when. God bless you. Yasa TV, big guy, our friend of this channel. And we love Yasa. We love Yasa, bro. Chelsea fan. We love him. But we are going to meet Yasa in the semi-finals. People, we are going to meet Yasa TV in the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup. How about that, people? How about that? And of course, you ready to face the war champs again? Man is already waffling already. Man is already waffling already. It's all good, no problems. Um, Drew Gunner says, Tony, Saka or Nani? I think Saka's form is down now, and I'll take Nani for now. No, I'll take Nani for now. Yes, I've given AJ. AJ gets shout outs before. No one even needs to even talk about AJ. AJ has already gotten a shout out. AJ has helped this channel. I've always shouted his name out. AJ is real legend in this channel, bro. He's real legend. AJ is big legend in this channel, bro. AJ, big up to him. One of the first people to help me out and keeps helping me out. Despite everything that has happened, bro, this guy always has helped me, bro. God bless him. God bless you, your family, AJ. God bless you, bro. God bless you. AJ, Drew Gunners. And people do what I'm really talking about Drew Gunners is that at down times, there were times I wanted to just quit this YouTube thing. People like Drew Gunners, yeah, Oregon Gooner, Drew Gunners, you know, they really gave me the mental capacity to really go on. But they were always here for me. Always, all the time. AJ too. Part of that group too that helped me out. ASD always is also a very good guy. All these guys, aces. Aces too, here today. These are great guys. Godfrey too. New subscriber, but lots of energy. God bless all these guys and God bless your families. And of course, these days, more of Gunners for Life 84. He's always here for most of my shows. And God bless you, bro. I really see your effort. Thank you. And by the grace of God, this coming year, yeah, this coming year, I would put a package, bro. Even if it is money from my refereeing job, I'll put it aside, yeah, and just split it to my moderators. They will get that money this year. Must. They will get it this year, bro. Either through gift, I don't know. People might not be okay to drop their account numbers or something, but I have to send the money. I have to send it somehow to them. I have to send it for them. You know, Either gift straight to your doorstep, you know, post box or anything, no problems, or direct cash. I would do that for my subscribers for my moderators this coming year. That's a must because they have to benefit from the system that they help, to keep going. AJ has a big part of that system that has helped me. Yeah, Drew Gunners, big one. All these guys, they've always helped. So they will benefit from this system. Gunners for Life 82 will eat from this, literally eat from the system too. Because these guys have helped this channel. God bless you all. God bless you all. Big up to Nick Fadley. Nick Fadley is on the channel. He says Tony Claude Van Damme. Exactly, my bro. You're welcome to the channel, bro. Make sure you subscribe and make sure you show some love to the channel, people. But people, we're coming to the end. But people, what do you think will be the prediction? What are your predictions for the games against for the game against Brighton, people? We face Brighton. People, this is a big one. Gyökeres failed as a striker in Brighton. Do you think it's revenge time, people? I want to see what you think. What do you think? Drop your predictions right now, people. Gunners for Life 84 says, Dr. Seymour says something here. It says, looking forward to that show, Tony. Lot of great uncomfortable conversations to be had. Exactly. New show, I'll have to discuss with Dr. Seymour about the name. We should name the show, because at the, on the other side, Nana just seen that he's gotten his channel done. So we could actually be doing it one on my channel or 2 weeks on my channel, 2 weeks on his channel. It could be co-owned by us. So we could do it in that way so it can help his channel and help my channel to on the other side. Nick Fadley says 2-1 to the Arsenal. Okay. Big up to Nick Fadley. Please, people in the membership here, welcome Nick Fadley to the community. Welcome Nick Fadley to the community. Yeah. Big ups. And of course, Gunners for Life says, Tony, it's truly an honor for you to call me your top mod. I'm just a humble fan that loves Arsenal, and I'm grateful for what you do. And thank you for your time, brother. Big up to Gunners for Life, bro. Big up to you, man. And again, I've always respected your takes because you're a common sense person. You know, you're very, very common sense. I've always respected your takes. You don't just, I mean, you give context to whatever you're actually saying. There's always context, and it makes it believable too. I mean, I mean, I have problems here with people that just have an opinion without giving us context to what makes your opinion your opinion. You have to give context to that. So, in every contentious issue, I've always discussed with AJ, Gunners for Life, AJ the mod definitely, Aces, all these guys, yeah, Godfrey, all these guys, yeah, they always give context to why maybe they don't think Arteta is the main man for the job, or to why the team is failing. They know ball. They've seen it. They keep watching it. They're true fans of this football club. They love the football club. So these are fans of the football club. Gunners for Life 84, 82. You are a top mod, no question. Exactly, bro. Top mod, bro. Top mod. But AJ is the godfather of moderators, bro. AJ is godfather, bro. AJ has godfather status, bro. Let's don't take that away from him. He has godfather, bro. AJ is a mod in many channels, bro. Bro, he's a mod in many channels. People trust him a lot, and I trusted him a long time ago. He's a great guy. And AJ, you are the mod god. Exactly, mod army. Exactly. These two are just doing what Saliba and Gabriel Magalhaes are doing. I mean, hitting of hands and all that stuff. People. Kai Havertz is back in train. People. I mean, I know this is an uncomfortable thing to talk about, but people, Kai Havertz is back in training. Drew Gunners will be so happy. He's German. We have the German giraffe down here coming back in full training. Drew Gunners will be, I mean, they've been throwing the party around there, but people, I saw training pictures. Yeah, I saw training pictures of Kai Havertz and Gyökeres training people. This is big. This is big, people. Do you think Kai Havertz helps this team out, people? Or do you think Arsenal should go into the transfer window and actually inquire about Ivan Tony to help us out? People, what do you think? Gunners for Life, but have I mean, why are we having this talk? Mikel Arteta is never, ever going to sell Havertz on his watch. You know that. You know that. He's not. He's biased towards him. So he's not gonna do that. So, but whatever. We do need an answer, and we need an answer fast because we need goals, and we need the goals to keep coming quick and fast. So, people, Havertz is back. What do you guys think? And mostly you too, Drew Gunners, because I know you have a bias in a way for Kai Havertz. Yeah, what do you think? And J Boy, big up says big up, big you up, big up you, all of them. Big ups to J Boy. J Boy, yeah, a new subscriber on this channel. Hit the ground running quickly. Yeah, hit the ground running with decent conversations. Man is a real one. Big up to J Boy, bro. Big up to J Boy. Another real one. People, welcome J Boy to the community. People, show him some love. Show J Boy some love. Give him some po. People, yeah. You get to po. Man is a gooner. Big ups to J Boy, bro. Big up to J Boy. And of course, Drew Gunner says here after that comment there, it says, yes, it's my home team. I was born there. Yeah, I can imagine, bro. You can imagine. I've been saying get Ivan Tony for a long time. Yeah, and that exactly that's true. Gunners for Life said it on one stream. He said it. He said, "Bro, how about Ivan Tony?" And of course, Gunners for Life. Whenever you want to make that first step to come on a channel, please make this channel the first place you come on to give commentaries facially. I would give you the chance to come on and have conversations with me. And from there, we can have a show together. And then you can start your own channel, and I can help you on your own channel to scale it. The same way I would do my own channel too. I can come down there, do some shows, and talk to some other friends that could also help you out too. So it is what it is. You don't need to act. Just come on and we can start something. I'll help you through it. Big ups to AJ. AJ says, Drew, I'm mod for Bayern Munich fans. They all say £110 million is enough. So just pay it because unfortunately Saka been finished by Ateta exactly. Injuries galore. I mean, man can't even run again. It's crazy people. Um J Boy says, sorry to break your heart. I'm Man United. Oh, J-Boy is Man United fan. Oh, my days. I would have wanted him to be an Arsenal fan. My heart is broken, people. Oh, God. But again, Nick Fadley said something. I like this chart. I love this chart. Nick Fadley says, man, you broke your heart too, J-Boy. People, bro. See, Man United has been breaking their fans' heart too, man, for some time too. But they're not winning trophies right now too, and it's just crazy. But big ups, J Boy. I do like other fan bases, other fans of other fan bases to come down here and support the channel too. So big up to you, man. Enough love to you, and enough love to your family, and Merry Christmas to you all. Merry Christmas to you all. Dragona says. Havertz will be playing for his spot. People listen, yeah. Havertz will be playing for his spot in our World Cup squad. I genuinely think he's going. He's going to make an impact when he comes back. People, you've heard it. You've heard it. Yeah, you've heard it. Gunners for Life says we bought Havertz as a midfielder. He is now a terrible striker. Arteta was a clown. Any circus around, we can send Arteta to Gunners for Life. I mean, people, it is what it is. I mean, we have to see. Kai Havertz has to perform now in it. And again, the reason why they are doing all this, Kai Havertz return is so that we're not going to go into the transfer window and go get a striker. That's what Arsenal is doing. That's why there is razzmatazz behind Kai Havertz coming back. But again, let's see, because Gyökeres hasn't made that shirt his own. So Kai Havertz has an equal chance to come back and give us something. Let's just see. Anything to win me the title, it's okay for me. I just want to win the title and I want goals. If Kai Havertz is going to produce that, good, no problem. But I would advise Ateta, go and visit. Second goal again, ole, ole, ole. J boy. Drew Gordon says whoever is mentioned first in the cup final, normally I support the home side. Exactly. Exactly. Drew says Drew respectfully disagree with that because he's been made injury prone by Ateta. Ooh, ooh. AJ firing shots, which could be true. That could be true because Arteta have overused him, innit? Newcastle was shot Manu out. Wonderful horseshoe. Big up to wonderful horseshoe people. Wonderful horseshoe. Big up to you. Please subscribe to the channel. Please subscribe to the channel. Show us some love, yeah. And I know you're a new subscriber or something like that, but big up to you. Thanks for joining us. Merry Christmas to you and your family. Wonderful horseshoe. Big up to you. And of course, AJ is down here. Drew, fair enough. I can respect that. Nick Fadley also says down here, glad I'm not that London club fan, Jay. Exactly, bro. Um, Arteta told us we must give Kai 50 games, so therefore I am giving Victor Gyökeres 50 games, people. Is what, but really, are we really ready to give Victor Gyökeres 50 games? Really? I thought he was brought in as a world class striker, people. What wasn't Gyökeres brought in as a world class striker? Someone who would complete the jigsaw. I mean, have we totally forgotten that Gyökeres was the bagman that was told to us that it's coming to complete the jigsaw? So I mean, I don't know, people. It is what it is. It is what it is. I am more. Of course, Drew Gunnan says I am more Arsenal though overall. Yeah, exactly. Drew loves Arsenal, bro. He loves Arsenal. Man loves Arsenal, bro. No doubt. If Havertz was any good, Chelsea wouldn't have sold him, which is true. Which is true. Again, taking scraps from the Chelsea in it. Nick, identify yourself. Which team do you support? Yeah, exactly. Nick, identify yourself, bro. Maybe Nick is a Chelsea fan, bro. You never know. And of course, Gunners for Life said they sold us Madueke. It's a 3-year-old England international. Money bet between Arsenal and Chelsea. I mean, there's that bromance going on between Arsenal and Chelsea, in it. And I don't like it because they sell us scraps. They sell us scraps. They don't sell us the best of players. They sell us scraps. But again, I won't lie, people. I won't lie. Madueke has improved since coming to Arsenal. I won't lie. He's scored some goals. He's gotten some assists. He's looking okay. He's looking okay. Is Arteta too defensive? I remember Arsenal the first time they were challenging for title under him. They were playing the best football. Yes, he's overly defensive, J Boy. He's overtly defensive. Overtly defensive. So it is what it is. Fair comment about Gyökeres. You cannot do one thing for another player and do something different for the other. Exactly, bro. Exactly. That's the truth. Uh, is Ateta? Yeah, I've answered that too, definitely. And J Boy says here, um, it doesn't matter. No, it's Gunners for Life. It doesn't matter what Ateta is. The fact is he ain't good enough for Arsenal, and that's true. And of course, Nick Fadley says, we are your fiercest rival of late Tony and your neighbor J Boy. Yeah, big up people. See, people, I have to go eat something, people. I'm hungry. I've been here for 2 hours, 25 minutes, entertaining you guys on Boxing Day. From me, people, Merry Christmas to all my moderators. From next year, we'll start eating together. Um, Big up to everyone who came down here today. God bless you all, Nick Fadley. Uh, new subscribers that came on here, J Boy. Big ups to you. Big up to everyone. God bless you all and your families. Yeah. Merry Christmas, and we'll be approaching the new year, people. Please be safe because this is the time that nasty things happen. Please, people, be safe. If you're a member of this channel, please be safe. J Boy, be safe. AJ, be safe. Nick Fadley, be safe. Gunners for life, yeah. Be very safe. I need you. AJ, be very safe, my bro. Please, I beg you guys, yeah. So let's get into the next year and let's be happy, And Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to all of you. Drew Gunners, be very safe, yeah. I love you all guys, yeah. I love your people, yeah. Any other woman who is down here too, I love you all. Yeah? All of you, I love you all. Big up to you people. But Drew Gunnan says here, he says, I think Saka coming off off the right has only one thing in mind. Once he gets in the box, Gyökeres could have a tap in and Saka will shoot. Odegaard doesn't know how to play down the middle. I see his struggle exactly. He's always drifting down the right. No no diversion. Crazy. Nick Fadley says, yeah, big up later. Gunners for Life says, great stream, Tony. Take care. Have a blessed Christmas and holiday. Yes, to everyone. Merry Christmas. Yeah. And Omar explains this down and says, last 12 goals
have been penalties and own goals. Oh my God, Omar takes a swipe at Arsenal. Big up to Omar, man. Big up to you. Big up to everyone who joined the show. Yeah. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year coming. I would do a show on the 26th, immediately after Christmas. So catch you guys soon. Yeah. Take care, everyone. From me, my moderators, and this channel, and everyone who works down here with us. It's Merry Christmas from us and a Happy New Year coming. I will see you guys on the 26th. Big ups to you people. Peace, people. Peace.